Anyway, we're going to be talking all things John Costello very shortly. And if you want to get a question to him, he's here. So if you want to put one on Facebook, we might see it, we might not, because the messages come in so thick and fast, I have to say. Anyway, we're going to play some classic John Costello before we do chat to him. And this is called Slip Away on 102.3 HFM.
There's one inside.
liking that one a lot. The awesome sound of John Costello. The man is in front of me. Good evening, John.
Hello again, Dave.
You were just telling me that's a cover version.
Yeah, that's a cover version of an old obscure 7-inch private pressing single from a band in Cornwall, St Austell, Cornwall, called from 1982.
That is pretty, rare to find that. How did you come across the track?
I recorded it from the radio the night that Kid Jensen played it in 1982, and then couldn't find it for years, had a big internet search a while back, found the guy who did it, and then found, unfortunately, that he died a couple of years before, and I did a cover version in tribute to it, and then the guy who co-wrote it and sang on the track got in touch to say how much he loved the cover version, and that Henry, who wrote the original track, would have absolutely adored it. So it was great to have that feedback.
So you've been a working musician now for a number of years, it's fair to say?
Yeah, on and off around lots of other things. Career kind of gets in the way of music, but yeah, I'm kind of back into it now. From about 89 through 2004, I did very little. And then I came back in around 2004, hooked up with Geoff in about 2006. Good evening, Mr. Pinckney, if you're out there listening, which I'm sure you are. And we've been collaborating ever since. So Geoff is now producing all my stuff, most of my stuff, and just ramping it up now, spending much more time doing it.
Because you've come straight from a rehearsal with Geoff, haven't you?
Yes, yes.
You're actually performing live?
Yes.
Is this the first live set in a few years, or have you been doing other stuff anywhere?
The last time I played live was as a solo instrumental electronic music artist in 1989 at Chapter Art Centre in Cardiff. So this is the first gig since 1989 for me.
Is it like a duck to water, though? Or
no,
is
not
it
at
like
all.
a rabbit in the headlights?
No, back then it was rabbit in the headlights. It's much easier now because I'm much more in control of what I'm doing, and I'm much more confident about it, and I'm, liking the material a great deal. So, and a lot of other people out there, good evening to everyone who's listening tonight. Thank you for sending all these great messages in, and there's a lot of familiar names out there tonight that have been constantly kind of giving me good feedback on Facebook, and I've been played on shows like Flip Marsh and etc. It's all great. I love the fact that people are out there listening to my stuff.
And this is becoming a bit of a hub as well, because we are starting to create our own scene, really, because it's the British music industry has really taken a nosedive, hasn't it? Not through its own fault, through the way it's portrayed through the mainstream radio revenues and the TV.
Yes.
And, but there's some great creative music out there still being made.
Yeah.
And for guys of our age group even, and there's not a lot out there, is there, for us? So we're having to create our own scene, aren't we?
It's out there if you look for it hard enough, I always said. And so it's people like yourself that are doing fighting the good fight and keeping this kind of scene afloat. Well,
we're going to talk a bit more about you. Your work with Geoff Pinckney, obviously creating some new songs for your gig that's coming up. We'll also talk more about Reproduktion 13.
Cool.
We played a cover, didn't we, just now?
We did.
We're going to play something that goes down, every time I play it, goes down really well with the listeners. And it's a track called Nothing, which is lyrically really good, I have to say. What was your inspiration behind it?
To be honest, that's a really good question, and it was just something that I wanted to try and get a state of the world into a 3.5 minute, 4-minute pop song.
And you so did, you have to say.
Thank you.
Let's enjoy it. There we go. You were pointing that out to me, weren't you? Listen out for that feedback. Normally catches me out, that
Yeah,
does.
it does.
And the track that I play in my dance sets, and it always goes down well wherever I play it.
Yeah, it's very kind of you, mate.
It seems your time is coming, John.
Well, who knows? I mean, it's, you know, you have to be over 50 for these things to happen, I think.
Yeah, but music is ageless, in my opinion.
Of course, yeah.
Music is not for Christmas, it's for life.
Yeah.
That's my general say. You can use that quote if you want. And lots of great comments coming in through the Facebook, which is kind of instant messaging these days.
Yeah, it's really great to see all these comments coming through. Thank you very much to everyone out there. It's much appreciated.
And Susan saying, Susan Ryder Paget out there looking out for 2014 perhaps.
What, at the Baz?
At the Baz,
Yeah.
that's 4.
Thank you very much, that would be great.
It's all about reproduction though at the moment, isn't it? What date is it, reproduction?
Well, it's the easiest date in the world to remember because it's May the 4th be with you.
And my sister's birthday.
True.
You know what I mean?
So it's Saturday, May the 4th. It's bank holiday Saturday night in May. And so it's at the Roundhouse Studio Theatre, Camden, London. And it's a mini festival of electronic music, quite a different lineup, lots of variation in it, and I'm hoping that people will really enjoy it. There's been lots and lots of really good feedback on this so far.
So it's like a full day's event then? What time's it all kick
It's
off?
an evening event, so it's the doors open at 6, the first act is on at 6:30 and it goes through to about midnight.
That's quite a long event then, isn't it, really?
Yeah,
you get your money's worth.
Well, there's 5 or 6 acts. I mean, we're hoping that there's going to be 6 acts, and the reason that I say that will become apparent in a minute. But so at the moment, it's Attrition's new album launch, and Attrition have been going for 33 years now. Martin's a very good friend of mine. Fantastic electronic goth crossover band, but in goth is kind of a misnomer here because it's kind of really good operatic female vocals and kind of underpin growl male vocals and very, very orchestral.
Very big in Europe.
Very big in Europe, yeah.
In fact, I've got some music in the rock block tonight. I call it the rock block. I've got a bit of Within Temptation, who fit that bill, don't they?
Very much so.
Amaranth as well. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Yes.
Another band I should be playing after the news as well.
Yeah, and as you said, Tony's band Naked Lunch, whom I saw at Baz last year. In fact, I went to Baz last year specifically to see them because I used to love their stuff back in the day, in 1980. A good friend of mine, Eric, who's also playing Baz 2013, Cult With No Name, are on the bill, and a really great synth instrumentalist who's just like going back to Tangerine Dream circa sort of 1980, guy called Chris Gilbert, whose band name is Mild Peril, and he'll be opening the act for us at Reproduktion 13 at 6:30.
And all for the princely sum of £12.
£12, yeah, you can't beat that, I don't think. The special guests that we've got on the bill, we can't actually give their name out at the moment for contractual reasons. Part of the Sheffield synth scene of the very late 70s, early 80s, contemporaries of Human League, Cabaret Voltaire, Clock de Var. I wish I could give their name because people would rush out to buy tickets if they knew who they were, but they are in contract negotiations with a former member about ownership and control of things that happened 33 years ago, and this is all very difficult. But we're very much hoping that they will do a special guest set, which they've promised us, so we're just waiting for the negotiations to finish, and then we can do the official announcement in March.
And I would just back that up, having been privileged to what you've told me, I would confirm what he said and go out and buy your tickets. Seriously, it's going to be a great night, isn't it?
It will.
And you mentioned Cult With No Name. They've sent me a new album only this week, and Above As Below, I believe it's called.
Above As Below, yeah, their latest album from last year. Kind of lounge electronics. They can rock it up, don't get me wrong, but Eric's got a fantastic voice and they do brilliant arrangements, and the track that I think you're about to play is Numbers, isn't it? Which has got the guest vocals from Kelli Ali of the Sneaker Pimps.
Let's play it.
fight war with walls of words, but numbers always win. And if 6 doesn't sting, tell me who trades in sin and who sounds absurd when fiction's felt. Are you happy that we'll find you counting? So count me out, 'cause I've seen you now. Seen how you're lying face your numbers and fake your numbers now.
There we go.
Very nice.
Cult with no name. Numbers. From above as below. You're straight from rehearsal with Geoff. I take it Geoff's then performing with you on the night down there?
Yep, in my set we are going to have 3 people on stage. So there's going to be Mr. Geoff Pinckney of Tenek, who is going to be controlling most of the things that go on the stage, as he is very, very talented at doing. And I have a special guest keyboardist, Olley Gillespie, who is one of the nicest guys in the world, and he is really up for this. He's absolutely stoked about doing this.
I've cleared my diary, so it's a good chance you're going to see me hovering around.
Oh, we would expect you to be there, Dave, no question.
I would love to be down there, and thanks for the invite.
No
obviously.
worries.
We've run right out of time, as always, as is the case. If you're going to stick around, are you, in the next hour or two?
I certainly can.
If you've got a query or a question you want to get to John, he's going to be hanging around in the background. Meantime, is there a website particularly for Reproduktion?
We don't have a website. We've got a Facebook page. Most people will know this, and you can get tickets direct from the Roundhouse box office at www.roundhouse.org.uk or 0844 482 8008.
John, absolute pleasure.
No worries, Dave. Thank you very much for having me.
Cheers. John Costello. Reproduktion 13, May the 4th, doors open 6 p.m. Make sure you get your ticket because it's going to be a great night.